Just as Michael Corleone said in The Godfather Part 3, just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. So here we go again. We're going to do another, try to clear up some maybe misunderstandings or some confusions about both Stat Pro Baseball and Philip. How you doing? I did not see the clip that you left in the last video, so those are better left in the Discord, Philip. But when I go back to do comments about comments, I will look at it. But for me to see them, it's really better to put them in the Ned McGreevy Discord, which I know you're a member. But I will take a look. Definitely, my friend. All right, so this time I'm not going to show names. Well, there's one person I'm going to talk to, but it's going to be nice. Okay. So first, everybody seems to still, a lot of people are still confused, and maybe these are just new people coming in, wanting to know how to buy this game, and of course, some may even went with strategy baseball. So down here, when you download the game, right, right now, I'm just going to bring up the link. All right, so there it is, and I'm going to put it in the old chat, and I'm trying to resist putting these things in comments. So I'd like to, at least people come in and stuff. So there you go. So when you download, you're that right. This is the forum. You come here, you download the game. After you download the game, you're going to have the free version. This is Stat Pro Baseball from Crash Davis. If you decide you want to buy the game, when you download it, remember, mine's registered. I bought both games, this and Strategy Baseball. You will see a link to PayPal. You click the PayPal button, and I should probably, can't find a way to run this separately again on a machine. I'd rather not re-register. And in PayPal is where you're going to buy it. You're going to get a software key. As soon as you boot up the game, before you even go to PayPal, you're going to see like a software key. Copy it. Then go to PayPal if you decide to buy it. Okay? Every time you have the free version, that software key is going to come up. Copy that, go to PayPal, right? And this game is $19.95. Okay. In the merchant instructions in PayPal, there's always instructions when you purchase via PayPal. Paste in that software key. Then click pay, and then Crash Davis will receive the notification, and you will get a key if you order it late at night. You won't get it until the next day. Joe Murdy, hey there, Beatles. Hope the 1870s in action is treating you well. Thank you, my friend. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I've had a kind of bad weekend, so I will get there. John DFW, welcome in. So, Joe, hope you're, I appreciate all your hard work, and hopefully the stuff that I sent you are also helpful. So, keep them coming, buddy. We'll both keep them going. Anyhow, Crash generates the unlock keys, if you will, manually. So just be patient, and you'll get a return email. Then you just register it, and Bob's your uncle. Okay. Now about both games, neither game is the Derek Beckner Status Pro Advance. That's Derek's own proprietary thing. So that's not what these games represents. These are status. This one is Status Pro Baseball. I believe it's version 2. The other one is a little bit different, and we're going to talk about that. And one specific comment that somebody made that I just want to offer a counterpoint to. Nothing mean, just a counterpoint. I'm never mean on here anyhow. What the hell? The hell, JT Dutch says hello there, brother. Hope you had a good day today. Yeah, it was better. I still have a very confused girl kitty here, but she's sitting up like on the back of my chair behind me and listening in. Hope you had a great day, brother. All right, so that clears up Stat Pro Baseball. And again, we'll talk about what do you get with this game. So what you get with this game is every season from 2025 all the way back to 18 or to 1905. So it's a lot of baseball to play, a lot of baseball, 120 seasons worth of baseball to play for Stat Pro Baseball. Okay? All the rules, all the charts, everything contained within the game. Neither this nor Base8ball are board game companions. for Status Pro Baseball. These are ways to play them in a digital format. This plays locally from your machine, and it is strictly playing digitally. The other one is a web-based game, which I'm going to be showing in a minute. In fact, there it is. Okay, so we'll show that in a minute. Okay, let me get back to you guys. Yeah, good. All right, you had a fine day. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Good to hear it, brother. JT, a big help the other night as we're starting to set lineups for the baseball history franchise set in Action PC Baseball. So, well, we did the Dodgers, Pirates, Reds, Cardinals, Guardians / Indians, and the Yankees. So we only have 24 clubs to go. So hopefully next Sunday we'll be able to do that. All right. So we might play a game, we'll see, of one of these two. I don't know. All right. So there you go. This is Status Pro Baseball, all self-contained, and just one game. It is not a board game companion. This is strictly digital. The other one is Base8ball. This is Status Pro Baseball, but this one comes with two different engines, logic engines, whatever they want to call it. The original Status Pro game, and then one that they developed called Base8ball, or Base8. And you can read, if you go to their kind of sexy homepage. Let's see if we can bring up the... Now, I would actually have to sign out so you can see the sexy homepage. And you can get the about and everything. Now, somebody on here, and actually I don't need to use his name. It's okay. You know who you are, so if you catch this down the line, there's Aaron Reed joining us. So this game, if you just want to play exhibition games versus the CPU head-to-head, these are free forever. The main site tells you that. Free forever. Maybe I should bring this up in Brave browser. In fact, I will, because I think that's going to clear up some, maybe some, whatever. Let's see. Let's close that. Let's bring this open. Base8ball.com. Okay. All right. So this is before you create an account, and you can create a free account on this game. This has seasons going back 1898 to 2025. And as you see down here, if we scroll, let's see what's inside. And that's really nice artwork, by the way. Richard Dombrov would do well to do something like this for the splash screen for Dombrov Baseball. This is beautiful. And if it's AI, it's well done. And if somebody painted it, it's gorgeous. So nice, very sort of kind of acrylic kind of look to it. I really like it a lot. All right, so what does this bring you? Base8ball brings the classic Status Pro card draw system into the browser. Seasoned true rosters, full league play, live head-to-head games, and a commissioner suite that handles everything from the draft to the pennant race. So again, free to start, no credit card required. Okay, a real game in your browser tonight. Pick any two games from any season. Tap play ball and you're watching a first pitch inside a minute, which is true. It's very fast. Underneath is the classic card draw extended with calibrated fielding, fatigue, and per park effects. So Coors plays like Coors, and a 1968 pitching arm is worth what it was worth. Every at-bat resolves the way to remember it, card against card. And there's a nice picture of the card right there. You can see what the cards look like. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Okay, let's click away from that. So there's around your clubhouse, any two teams. The reporting in this game is incredible, as you can see. It's a beautiful looking scorecard, by the way. All right, you can do drafts, you can do all kinds of stuff. All right, so here's the pricing, and here's where we're going to get into this. Okay, So free forever with any account. You get unlimited exhibition games, CPU or head-to-head. You get the Classic Seasons collection. That's 12 championship teams. The full Status Pro engine, box scores, and game stories, and join live head-to-head games hosted by subscribers. It's free. Play it forever. It just says it's forever, 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 forever. For $29 a year. Yeah, it really is done in a classy way. If it's AI, because I think AI can produce some really good stuff, but you got to be good with your prompting. All right, you get everything in free, and plus you can create and commission your own leagues, join other manager leagues every season, including the current year, which they're there, but this is not every season, right? Full commissioner toolkit for draft, trades, and playoffs, and a 30-day grace period if your subscription lapses. It's $29 a year, not a month, a year. So somebody written in here, oh, I get it, but it's unfortunate because this fellow likes to own his games, and I get that. I mean, I get that. Hang on, do I close this down here? Got too much going on here. Let's close Brave. No, I don't want to pin live on there. Don't get too excited. Okay, so, but if we bring up our little calculator tool, okay, and if we take $29, all right, let's first divide by 12, okay. So this game is going to cost you, the subscription price, if you're doing it per month, $2.41. You're going to drop more than your local convenience store. Okay. So, I mean, I'm paying for Strat Max $20 a month, so $240 a year because I'm paying it monthly. This is $2.41 a month. So while I get wanting to own your own game, you're getting a lot for $29 for the year. Okay. Let's clear it out. Let's clear it out. And let's do $29 divided by 365. What does this cost per day? 7 cents a day. Let's round it up. 8 cents a day. This would cost you 8 cents a day to have 1898 through 2025, be able to create draft leagues, all kinds of stuff. So again, most of the baseball games I own. The only one that I have a subscription to is this one and StratMax. So I get it. Your mileage may vary. I certainly get that. But here, I mean, if we were just to play this as a free game here, we could just pick two teams and just go at it, right? So let's pick 1978. And now the disadvantage, if you want to call it a disadvantage of this, is this is running off a server. So it might be a little bit slow, even if you have a really, really fast internet connection. These are not lineups, by the way. JT was thinking these were lineups. They're not. It's just showing part of the roster, and I'll show you in a minute. So if we were to do the 78 Dodgers and the, we're always bringing up the Reds. Let's give them a break. And let's do the 1962 San Francisco Giants. Let's give it a minute there. There they are. We can look at full rosters. Let's look at the 78 Dodgers, full roster. There it is. Everybody's there. These are not the lineups. Okay? Even give you their roles as pitchers, their positions. Some of these guys are, put in as DH. Now, would I put Rick Rhoden in as a DH? Probably not. Don Sutton, maybe it's putting pitchers in here, but I don't play with DH anyhow. All right, so those are the full rosters for the Dodgers. These are the full rosters for the 1962 Giants. Okay. All right. Now you've got rosters and manager tools. So we're going to be playing the Dodgers. Are going to be playing the Giants at home. We can pick a park, or we can just leave it at the just the default park, which is what we'll do. Okay. Rules and managers. So no DH, no 3-batter minimum. Okay. We're going to leave mound visits at 5 visits per 9 innings, doesn't matter. So the Status Pro engine is faithful to Status Pro completely. Base 8 ball is MLB calibrated modern ejection plus park modifiers. So I'll tell you what, we've been playing with this one. Let's play with Status Pro. Okay? And we're going to go ahead and play ball. Okay? So when you get to the play ball screen, here's where you can really just, you want to mess with your lineups. You want to you want to go on Baseball Reference, figured out who played, or who was in what like what batting order or whatever. You can do that. All right. I'm just gonna leave this as is. Not gonna worry about it. Okay. And then we can just from here start the game. Again, you can still view full rosters from here. You can edit your lineups, move guys up and down, change positions, all that stuff. And then we start the game. And, the field's bare bones, but it gets it done. So we got what? We got Garvey, Smith and Say, Lacey, Monday and Ferguson, Lopes, Bill Russell, and Bird Hooton for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And for the Giants, it'll be Felipe Alou, Willie Mays, Orlando Cepeda, Tom Haller, Jim Davenport, Harvey Keene, Chuck Hiller, Jose Began, and Juan Marichal. So Hooton versus Marichal in this game. Okay, cards show up right here, and line score here, results up here, play-by-play here. It does have a coach. There's all your strategy stuff. If you're playing and you want to make managerial decisions, you can do it. All right. Blah, 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 blah. I do like to make nice choices when I can. Brother, I mean, you were here, so I had to, of course, do you proud. I wasn't going to pick like the Dodgers team that like sucked. How dare I? Okay. So right now we're playing an exhibition game against the PC. Okay, just against the PC. We'll go ahead and Steve Garvey leading things off here. 316 average in 1978 for the Los Angeles Dodgers. 21 home runs, 115 runs batted in. Marichal deals and fly ball out to center field. Willie Mays taps the glove and has it for out number 1. Okay, got to check your lineups every once in a while because it will skip a little bit. So that's why you always need to pay attention to over here. All right, Reggie Smith batting here. So Reggie Smith, a 297 hitter, 393 on base percentage, 29 homers, 95 runs batted in. All right, Marichal has the sign from Haller, and here is the pitch. All right, and there's a CD play, no action requires. So we're going to resume normal play procedures. Here's the pitch. Oops. Uh-oh, ejection. Can you believe it? We got an ejection. Oh, man. So John Orsino is out. Why is John Orsino out? What did he do? I'm not sure what he did there. And geez, where the hell does he play anyhow? All right, what are we missing over here? I don't remember John Orsino anywhere. So what is going on? Got an ejection. Wow. So I don't see anybody missing here. I'm not really sure what happened. Do you guys know what happened? I don't. Can I click out of this? No, I can't. So who is this guy? Who's this guy that got thrown out of the game? I don't know. Let's look at the bench. I'm trying to figure this out. Somebody's ejected. And I have no idea who it is. So you know what? I'm going to reload the page and see if I can figure that out. Where is this Orsino fella? Who is he? Who is he? Who is he? Who is he? Help me out here. Backup catcher for the Giants. Well, he's not starting. Maybe he was bench jockeying, calling balls and strikes. Okay, so we just restarted the game. So here's Steve Garvey. I don't know what's going on. All right, here we go. And Steve Garvey swinging at strike three. So Garvey's out of there. Here's Reggie Smith. Here's the pitch to Smith and pops it back to the catcher. Haller flings aside the mask, makes the grab for out number two. Here's Ron Say. All right, Marichal has a sign from Haller. Here is the pitch, and Ron Say fly ball out to right field, and that will also be an out. Third out of the inning. So it's the Dodgers nothing, and the Giants coming to bat. Bert Hooton will be facing Felipe Alou, Willie Mays, and Orlando Cepeda, the Baby Bowl. Okay, so we just click for next inning, and now next play. Hooton deals, and so we have no CD play. All right, Alou lifts a fly ball out to right field, and Smith has it for the outs. Okay, so here there we go. We got Willie Mays batting second, and here's the pitch. And Willie Mays pops up to center field. So out into shallow, Rick Monday charging in, and he makes the grab for out number two. Here is Orlando Cepeda, the Baby Bowl. And the pitch to Cepeda, and this is off the Z chart. Catcher gets hit by a foul tip, and he's got to leave the game at once. Holy hell. Holy hell. All right, here we go. So we'll get to it. All right, Lee Lacy, I believe, is batting fourth in this lineup. Yep. Lee Lacy with a 261 average. 13 home runs, 48 runs batted. And again, these are just determined randomly in an exhibition play. Do them the way you want. Marichal deals, and Lee Lacy looks at ball four. So Lee Lacy is aboard. Looking at our lineup here, we got Rick Monday coming up to bat. Here's the pitch to Rick Monday. Fly ball, left field, and Keene has it for the out. So one away, Lee Lacy retreats to first, and here's Jerry Grody making sure everything is. So this will sometimes skip. Just all you have to do is just a little click. And here's the pitch to Grody, and this one grounder to short. So Grody is out of there, and on the play, Lacy moves to second. All right, Bill Russell now settles into the box. No, I'm sorry. Jerry Grody grounded out to short. Sorry. Davey Lopes dribbles one in for an infield single. So sorry, my fault. We'll go back and see what Rick Monday did. So he pops out to left. Okay, we're caught up now. All right, two away now. And now we should have Bill Russell. Okay, and Bill Russell singles up the middle, and the LA Dodgers take an early 1-0 lead. Is any other game called so yes, there's strategy baseball, and then there's strategic baseball simulator, Michael. So I'll show you strategy baseball by the same developer. Strategic baseball simulator, I haven't installed in years, but it's free, and you can do season replays in it. However, you got to be very, very comfortable in a DOS-based situation, just like you do with full count baseball. But it's a pretty decent game of baseball, and has a really nice. It plays nicely. Uses real ballpark picks, things like that. All right, who do we got up here? So I do believe that Bill Russell just singled. All right, here's Bert Hooton batting with two down, and here we go. And Bert Hooton bounces one to third, and that will retire the side. But the Los Angeles Dodgers pick up a run. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Dodgers lead the Giants to the 78 Dodgers and the 62 Giants. All right, Tom Haller leading things off here for San Francisco. All right, Hooton deals, and Tom Haller fly ball popped back to the catcher. Jerry Grody has it for the out. Bert Hooton up there now. I'm sorry, that was Haller last inning. I'm sorry. Okay, that was there we go. All right, here we go. And All right, Jim Davenport's going to ground to short. 2 down. Here's Harvey Keene. And Keene singles up the middle. Now, what I would like to see with this game is I would actually rather have the play results come in from the bottom, but that's just me. All right, so Harvey Keene is aboard, and here is the pitch now. So Steve Garvey up there. Okay, it looks like so Chuck Hiller. So hang on a second here, because this will jump. This is one of the things they've got to work on. So Jim Davenport grounded to short, Harvey Keene singled, and then Chuck Hiller out. Okay, so again, that's just how the game is going to play. So Steve Garvey at bat. Here's the pitch, and grounds out to the pitcher. Okay, here's Reggie Smith, and Reggie Smith bounces also out to the pitcher. 2 down for the Penguin, and grounder to second, and there go the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still 1-0 Dodgers. So that's basically base 8 ball. So in contrast, let's do a game in Stat Pro Baseball. Stat Pro Baseball is strictly season replay. So we'll go to 1934. Damn it. We're going to go to 1934. I know. Stay with me, though, guys. Stay with me. Okay, games. Pirates Cardinals. So the Cardinals defeated the Pirates 7-3. Dizzy Dean versus Wade Hoyt. Player of the game is Pepper Martin. Again, oh, well, let me see. No, not Phil. Phil Collins, late of Genesis. There we go. I'm trying to find something that might be kind of cool to watch here. Can't really manage any. Actually, I can if we want to. Let's manage the New York Giants. So let's select a team. New York Giants. It's very, very easy to change ownership. I'm going to take ownership now of the Giants, and I've taken away ownership of myself from the St. Louis Cardinals. Go back to games, and now we can manage this game. Okay, so here we go. So Phil Collins, late of Genesis, will not have his PB rating adjusted, so he has normal stuff, and Carl Hubble also will have his normal stuff. So we've got Moore, Watkins, and Ott in the outfield for the Giants from first to third. Terry, Kritz, Jackson, and Vergez, and Kuzo behind the plate, and the great screwballer Carl Hubble on the mound. All right, let's switch everything to today and to today. All right, here we go. Dick Bartell leading it off for the Philadelphia Phillies. Welcome to the Polo Grounds. For this one, let's execute the play. And Bartell attempts to bunt, but this one foul down the line. All right, Bartell back in the box, and Hubble deals. And this is going to be a base hit by Dick Bartell. You can see the cards populating down at the bottom. All right, so the Philadelphia Phillies with a runner on first and nobody out. All right, no out runner first. And here is Dick Allen. Or Ethan Allen. Here is the pitch. This is 1934, for God's sake. And Ethan Allen will ground to Jackson, score at 6-3. And on the play, Dick Bartell will make second. All right, 1 down for the Philadelphia Phillies. And I believe this is Al Todd. Yep, here's the pitch to Al Todd. And this one gapped into left between Watkins and Moore. Bartell will score, and the Phillies draw first blood. Run here in the first inning. All right. All right, Wilson in the box. Here's the pitch to Jimmy, and he's got a double. Al Todd will come in to score, and Philadelphia Phillies all of a sudden with 2 runs in the top of the first against the great Carl Hubble. Apparently not throwing the screwball for a little bit. Yeah, base 8 is pretty good. I really like it, Michael. Hey, Mark, great to see you. Just as I got in from work, you guys were finishing off a 2-hour marathon APA game. Good God, 2 hours and some odd minutes, man. So, sorry I missed it. Oh, okay. You mean the bottom? So all you have to do, Michael, is hold your control key, and you can change the you can change the resolution there. See? So down here, this is going to be this is to run at a, I think 1920 by 1080 resolution default. So that could be an issue. Strategy baseball is a little easier to deal with, and I'll answer your question about that because we'll just show something really quickly in strategy baseball. Okay. All right. Hubble getting beat up a little bit here. Hubble is getting beat up. Any of these players that you click on, you can see their stats for that year and their status pro card. Okay. All right. Here we go. Carl Hubble deals to Mickey Haslam, and this is out of player's range. CD rating, resume normal play. Okay. Plays just like status pro baseball. One out, runner on second. And this one, a batter card, and Mickey Haslam is going to ground out to Vergez, score at 5-3. Batter out, but on the play, Wilson moves to third. Two outs, runner on third, and the Phillies with 2 runs in the top of the first inning. Okay. And here we go. Hubble deals to Wes Strumerich, and big swing and a miss. So 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. The 1934 Phillies 2 and the 1934 Giants coming to bat. All right. In the outfield, Allen, Fullis, and Stromerich. Wilson, Chiozza, Bartel, and Haslam from first to third. Collins on the mound, and Altodd behind the plate. Leading it off here, I believe, is Howie Kritz is his name? No, Huey Kritz. All right, this is from the batter card, and he's going to pop this one up. Bartel at short's going to wave everybody out, and he's going to make the catch. One down. Box scores from the basement. So the game was an hour. The interview always comes first. It was a great show. Yeah, it looks like it. Just caught it at the end, Mark. I can really only catch baseball kind of sort of on the weekends from you guys. So, but I think I'll get done with this one pretty quickly, and maybe I'll just sit back, drink a beverage, and watch, because that it's such a great channel. Box scores from the basement. They have head-to-head games. Mark will do like meaningful games through his life and stuff like that. And one of the reasons I love the channel is about narrative. It's about narrative. People joining late, really, really quickly. Base8ball, free account. You can play any 2 teams in baseball history from 1898 to 1905. If you decide you want to do season replays and all that kind of stuff, it's $29.99 a year, or 8 cents a day, or $2 and something a month. So I think it's quite worth it. It also comes with 2 engines, Status Pro Baseball and Base8ball. This is Stat Pro Baseball by Crash Davis. Every season from 1905 to 2025, and it is Status Pro Baseball, as you can see. Mark, you should have a shield wrench, whatever they call those damn things. If you don't mind putting a link to your channel in here, you can. Just let me know if you don't have a shield. I'll give you one, and you can put a link to the channel. Okay. And Christopher, hope you're doing well. We dropped one in extras tonight, so we gotta take the series against the D-backs tomorrow. But our Buccos doing pretty good. Yes, they are. All right. So where are we now? Where are we? Okay. All right. And Collins is going to deal to JoJo Moore. JoJo Moore, former. Well, actually, no. JoJo Moore. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of a different JoJo. JoJo Moore is where he should be. This is 7 batter card, and he singles past Collins into center field. Collins leaps up off the hill, but just over his head. All right, so Mark's going to put the link in there for you, Chris, and you're going to love the channel. It's great. It's a fantastic channel. All right, stepping in here is a Hall of Famer that we don't talk a lot about. The great Bill Terry. an anchor at first base for the Giants for so many years. Here's the pitch to Bill Terry, and Terry's going to ground into Chiozza, Bartel, and back to Wilson for the 4-6-3 double play. So the Giants uh, basically scratch out a run, and I need to fix my up here. There we go. So no runs, one hit, no errors, and actually, wow, nobody left on base. Yeah. So top of the second, Phillies 2, and the Giants nothing here in 1934. So let's go ahead and we just hit. You always hit execute play. That's how you advance everything. All right. Now we have Luciozza up. So we could choose to intentionally walk him if we want because we're managing. I'm not going to. So again, offensive choices up here, defensive choices down here. Man on third defensive option play where you can make the play at home, retire the bat or whatever, and then there's all the charts, everything self-contained. So this is Status Pro Baseball, all self-contained. Anytime you can look at lineup cards for both teams. So right now we are looking at the New York Giants, and now we're looking at the Philadelphia Phillies. And we're going to go ahead and save and back into the game. All right, and Hubble winds and deals to Lou Chiozza. This is a lefty-lefty, and Chiozza swing and a miss. Strike three, mate. He's out of there. All right, so one down. And Chick Fullis into the plate now. And this one grounded to third, and Verges up with it and over to Bill Terry for the 5-3 putout. So 2 up, 2 down for the Philadelphia Phillies. And pitcher in the box now, Phil Collins, left Genesis just to play this game. And this is going to be a pitch count 32 batter card, fly ball, center field. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for the Philadelphia Phillies. And we head to the bottom of the second inning. The Phillies lead the Giants 2-0. Mel Ott up there, base hit for Mel Ott. So gets one between Chiozza and Wilson and into right field. So Mel Ott, a fearsome slugger. In fact, let's look at Mel Ott's card, if we will. If we can, 511 career home runs, this guy. 35 home runs for him in 1934 with a 326 average. Not so terribly bad, I would say. All right, let's go ahead and close this out. All right. So Mel Ott is aboard. And Collins checks the runner and deals to Gus Mancuso, and this is an 18 off the batter card, and Mancuso is going to single. So the Giants, with 2 on and nobody out here in the bottom of the second at the Polo Grounds. And in the box now is Johnny Verges. Here's the pitch. 21 off the batter card, and Verges is going to pop out to Dick Bartel at short. Runners will hold, 1 out. Runners on first and second. And here is Travis Stonewall Jackson, and he's going to pop this one up. And Luciozza over there at second base for the Phils, going to wave off Wilson. And as Schumerich was coming in, and makes the grab. So 2 away here, 2-0 your score. And Collins deals now to George Watkins, 29 in the pitcher card. And fly ball deep to right. And back. And Schumer calling off Phillis makes the grab. Fullis for out number 3. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. And the Giants strand 2. And we head to the top of the third inning. Philadelphia is still holding on to this 2-0 lead. This is basically how Stat Pro Baseball plays. All right. Let's go ahead and just autoplay this game because I'm really concentrating on the Cardinals in this one. Sorry, JT, but this was the Gas House Gang after all. Let's go ahead and autoplay this. And it's a fast autoplay. And New York Giants pull this one out 4-3. Let's have a look at the box score. And let's see what happens. So Giants, Johnny Vergez and Travis Stonewall Jackson, each with home runs. No home runs for the Phils, but 4-3, 4-10-1 for the Giants with 8 men left on. And for the Phillies, 3-7-1, and they stranded 4. Okay? All right. So that's that. We'll close this. And I don't even know where, we haven't even done anything with this season yet. So lots of games on tap. Let's go to Maine. And then we're going to go to strategy baseball just to finish things off. Okay. There we go. Strategy baseball, there's a lot more going on. Crash has something really cool planned for this that I'm not allowed to talk about. Tessie Ashpool says only Beatles could fill in Phil Collins of Genesis and Stonewall Jackson in the same broadcast. How you doing, my friend? It's been too long since I've seen you. And Mike says howdy familia. And Mark has put up for Christopher Slovak. And for everybody, please go subscribe to the channel. Box Scores from the Basement. Mark Unger and company. These guys are like the Beatles of the community, if you will. So it's really kind of a like multi-person channel, which Mark started. Mark, of course, working on a documentary about our wonderful hobby. Looking forward to it. Mark says that he and Maria will be leaving in a few days for the APA convention, and they're going to start getting the first footage for the documentary. All right, so Michael, if you're here, this is strategy baseball. This is the other game from Crash Davis. We used to have the freeware version up. Crash has asked that I take it down, and I took it down like forever ago. So I know some of you still have it. You were able to snag it before it went away. This one is a purely digital game. It's not based on Status Pro or anything like that. This one gives you every season back to 1903. Okay, but we're going to cancel and we're going to load in. Let's do 1901. Let's look at our page here, and let's do this. Let's do Doug Drabeck versus Dennis Martinez, Montreal, being hosted by the Pittsburgh Pirates here. All right, let's go. All right, let me see. Bonilla said Wayner. John Wayner, actually. Okay, I don't like Van Slyke down batting fifth. Well, you know what? Let's leave him alone. Let's leave them alone. It's fine. It is fine. And here we go. There is sound in this game. It has a nice little crowd loop. I'm not sharing system sound. So, mea culpa, mea culpa. Starting defense for the Pittsburgh Pirates in left field is Bonds, and center Van Slyke, and right Bonilla. Lando Merced at first, Jose Lind at second, Jay Bell at short, John Wayner, hometown boy, at third, Spanky Lavalier behind the plate, and on the mound, Doug Drabeck. Marquise Grissom leading it off here for the Montreal Expos. Let's switch everything to today and today. And here we go. All right, Drabeck works home now. 3-1 pitch, and this one grounded towards second, gets past a diving Jose Lind into right field. So Marquise Grissom on at first with incredible speed. Let's check out Grissom's card here really, really quickly. So you can see right there, there's his running, man. This guy's going to go all over the place. Look at that speed rating of 99. So this is stolen bases, caught, stealing, leave, aggers, double, triples, runs. He's going to run all day on you, man. Running based on his, just his base running ability. And I've gone over these in a tutorial for this game, so let's not worry about it right now. This has received a lot of praise from the community, and I think deservedly so. All right, Delano DeShields batting in the number 2 slot, second baseman here for DeShields, and we're not going to worry about his season or anything like that. Let's just do it. Is Grissom going to go? All right, Drabeck. Marquise Grissom attempts to steal, and he is out of there. Spanky comes up, gunning, and Grissom is out of there. So base is empty, 1 out for Delano DeShields. pitch count's going to keep going up here. That last pitch was a little off-speed number at 85 miles per hour on the clock. Draybeck deals to DeShields. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and DeShields comes up empty. So 2 down for Barbary. Brett Barbary in there now. And the 1-1 pitch on the way, and Barbary grounds this one down toward first. Merced will take it to the bag himself. So Montreal gets a hit and nothing else. And we go to the bottom of the first. The Montreal Expos nothing. The Pittsburgh Pirates coming to bat. So Calderon, Grissom, and Walker in the outfield from first to third. Galarraga, DeShields, Barbary, and Wallach. Nelson Santovenia, not from Pennsylvania, behind the plate. And, well, Mr. Martinez, does he really, really, really need an introduction? Leading it off here for the Pittsburgh Pirates, the man who will be collecting paychecks from the Mets until the apocalypse, Bobby Abo. All right, Martinez deals. Count full on Bonilla. And Bonilla sends this one a little tapper back to the mound. Martinez to Galarraga on the 1-3 put out. All right, 1 away now for Orlando Merced. Martinez studies the sign. 3-1 pitch, and Martinez misses just low, and Merced will trot down to first. So Buckos with a duck on the pond, and here's hometown boy John Wayner. Wayner manning the hot corner tonight, I believe. Yes, indeed, he is. All right, here we go. Martinez deals. 2-1 pitch, and this one, little flare single over to right, and should Merced attempt to steal third against Larry Walker? No, I don't think we're going to run on Larry Walker. All right, so the Bucks with 2 on, no real speed, and here is Barry Bonds. All right, Bonds in the box now. Bucko left fielder batting in the cleanup spot. Martinez deals. 0-1 pitch to Bonds, hitters count, and this one fly ball out to left field, and Merced tag up, and let's try to go to third on Ivan Calderon. It's going to be tough. I'm going to say no. I'm not going to send him. All right, so Merced is going to stay at second, 2 on, and 2 down now for Andy Van Slyke. And here we go, Van Slyke, first pitch swinging, fly ball out to deepish right field. Larry Walker back and makes the grab. That's all for the Bucks. Calderon, Wilson, and Santovenia due up for the Expos as we're scoreless going into the top of the second here at Three River Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is the other game, Michael. This is strategy baseball. And so there's also a link to buy this, and I'll show you that like right now. Yeah, finally played your 71 Pirate Series. How'd that go, Rabid Wolverine? He's going to keep me in suspense here. The 71 Pirates are really a fun team. All right, here's Ivan Calderon now. Doug Draybeck into the wind, and the 2-2 pitch, and Ivan Calderon strikes out. So Doug Draybeck picking up the K, his second of the game. So down here, you're going to see all this information that you need. You're also going to get percentages of the batters versus pitchers. Pretty cool stuff as Hall of Famer Larry Walker in the box now. Draybeck deals to the dangerous lefty. Count full on Larry Walker, and Walker lines this one out to left field, and this gets down for a base hit. Barry Bonds up with it and gets it back to the infield quickly. So Larry Walker aboard, 1 down. Draybeck at 28 pitches. Here's Nelson Santovenia. Draybeck checks the runner, and Larry Walker gets in there. This time LaValliere a little slow getting the ball out of the cowhide, and Larry Walker picks up the steal. All right, Santovenia back in the box now. Count full, and this one grounded out towards short, and this gets between Bell and Wayner into left field, and Larry Walker will move to third in the play. So Montreal threatening with one down here in the top of the second. Runners at the corners. Walker at third. Santovania at first for Andres Galarraga. Not the original Big Cat. Johnny Mize was the original Big Cat. All right, Bucco's hoping to turn two with one down. Drebeck deals. Galarraga, I don't think is going to grind into a lot of double plays. 2-2 pitch. This one smacked out towards second, and he does. So it's going to be 4-6-3 inning ending double play. Lavalier, Bell, and Lean to do up for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Scoreless here in the bottom of the second inning. 1991 in Pittsburgh. Whew. All right. So, and Legend Sports Universe. Good evening, my friend. Hope you're doing well. All right. The Buccos of 1971 won 2 and lost 1. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. So, Michael, I said I would show you how to buy this game. So, we're going to go ahead and auto play this one too. All right. And end of game. Zap, zap, zap. And Montreal steals this one from the Bucks 2-1. Let's look at the box score. And how did it happen? We can look at scoring plays and stuff if we want to. Just looking around here for dingas. All right, who's responsible for all the RBI here? So Galarraga and DeShields. So for the Bucks, only one RBI, and that provided by Andy Van Slyke. All right, so how does one buy this game? One, we go to the main screen. When you buy the game and you first just load it, all right, there's going to be a little PayPal thing, but right now it's just a little baseball dude if you've already bought the game. When you click on it, it is going to bring up the Strategy Baseball forums, to which you will go to the game download, and you can download the manual and Strategy Baseball. Same rule applies to this one. It's going to generate a software key every time you boot up the free version. Copy that key when you go, if you want to buy it, and why wouldn't you? Just go on PayPal in the merchant instructions, put that software key, pays you money, Crash gets it and generates a key for you and gets back to you. This one is, there's a lot more you can do with this one. So you can pick two teams, any years for this one. You can also play fictional players, which I know some of you like. I don't. But that doesn't make me cool. It doesn't make me cool at all, because we know I'm not cool. I'm just me. I'm just me. So 1986. Again, New York Mets. The New York Mets. Okay, and we will play them against the I don't know. Who do we want to play them against? The 1980 Phillies. Why not? Why not? No, I don't want any crossover. Let's go back and play them against the 1972 Oakland Athletics. There we go. Give them a little bit to think about. Okay, so we can click next. How many games you want in the series? You can have 1, 3, 5, or 7. We'll make it a 7-game series. I think this will be fun. We're going to turn off injuries. We do want player photos. We're not going to worry about minor leagues, of course. All right, and let's click next. And it's setting up for those two teams, and it's ready to go. So we go to the schedule page, and game 1 is going to be Dwight Gooden at Catfish Hunter. Holy hell. Wouldn't this be a good one to do? Huh? What do you guys think? Should we do this game? It's just a little exhibition series against the 1986 Mets and the 1972 Oakland Athletics. Oh, I say we do it, but we're just going to watch the PSPN cast because I don't feel like managing. Okay. We're going to leave lineups as they are. So for the New York Mets, Lenny Dykstra leads it off in center field. Keith Hernandez at first will bat second. Wally Backman at the Keystone Sack batting third. In the cleanup spot in right field, Darryl Strawberry batting fifth and wearing the tools of ignorance. The kid Gary Carter batting sixth. Left fielder Mookie Wilson batting seventh. Third baseman Ray Knight batting eighth. The owner of really cheap orange-colored hotels and the place where you got potato skins at night after you got really drunk, Howard Johnson. And batting ninth, what could have been the Dr. Dwight Gooden. For the hometown Oakland Athletics, leading off in left field, Joe Rudi batting second. In center field, Reggie Jackson batting third. In right field, Mike Hegan batting fourth. First base, Mike Epstein batting fifth. And catching, Dave Duncan batting sixth. Is this Tony or Tim? It's Tim Cullen. That's so. Okay, cool. You guys will notice the year proper, year specific, whatever logo for the team. Sal Bando at third base, batting seventh. Campaneris, who actually I think should be leading off, but I'm not going to touch these lineups. Batting eighth, Catfish Hunter pitching, and batting ninth. All right, let's go to the ball game. Take me out to the ball game, baby. And here we are. So in Stat Pro Baseball, you're able to customize team colors in game. This one, you can't, but that's okay. That's all right. All right, here we go. You guys, it's really just a crowd loop. That's all you're missing. And here we go. Catfish Hunter to deal to Lenny Dykstra. And here is the pitch. And 3-1 pitch. And Lenny Dykstra showing some patience up there. Draws the walk. Dykstra with speed. So Hunter and Duncan will be keeping a close eye on him as Keith Hernandez steps in the box. Again, not managing here. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Keith Hernandez. And this one popped high in the infield, going toward foul territory. And who are you going to call? Well, you're going to call out Catfish Hunter. He's going to run off the bump and grab it over there toward the foul line. So one out, Dykstra stays planted at first for Wally Backman. Hunter deals to Backman. And what do we got here? Attempted steal. Duncan comes up. Bad throw. Ball goes into center field, and Nails ends up on third. So one down, and the Mets mounting a threat here. Backman back in the box. Here's the pitch. Backman lines this one out to right field, and credit Wally Backman with an RBI as Lenny Dykstra will come in to score, and the Mets put one on the board here in the top of the first inning. All right, one away now for Darryl Strawberry. Hunter comes to the belt and deals. Strawberry cuts in the first pitch, and this one is going to ground out to Campanera, score at 6-4. So Strawberry aboard on the fielder's choice 2 away for the kid, Gary Carter. May his memory be eternal. Hunter deals, 2 down, runner on first. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Carter swings, and this one, he's going to ground it back to Catfish Hunter. So the Mets pick up 1. We go to the bottom of the first. New York Mets 1 in the Oakland Athletics coming to bat. Joe Rudi leading things off here. Dwight Gooden into his wind, and here is the pitch in the bottom of the first inning. Joe Rudi, first pitch swinging, and this one hit a long way out into the alley. Liner back on it is Strawberry and Dykstra. Dykstra calls him off. 1 down. Just gave it a big ride. Here's Reggie Jackson. Jackson should not be batting in the 2 slot, but again, just not messing around with lineups. Jackson swings, and this one grounded up the middle past second. So Reggie on a first, 1 down, as Dwight Gooden to deal here to Mike Hagan, and Mike Hagan strikes out on a 1-2 pitch. All right, 2 away for Oakland here in the bottom of the first inning, and Mike Epstein at the plate. Lefty batter. Dwight Gooden brings it home. Epstein swings, and short little fly ball into right field, and that will do it. So Oakland gets nothing, and we go to the top of the second. It'll be Wilson, Knight, and Johnson due up for the 1986 Mets, game 1 of a 7-game series. Rabid Wolverine says he saw Gary Carter hit a massive home run in Montreal with his dad when he was a kid. It was amazing. He was so good, so underrated. Yes. Fantastic catcher. Fantastic ball player. And by every account, just a hell of a guy, too, right? All right. So Mets and Oakland in this exhibition series. God, I love baseball. I say it so much, but it's true. All right, here's Mookie Wilson leading things off here. Wilson, Knight, and Johnson due up for the Metropolitans here in the top of the second inning in Oakland. Catfish Hunter with a 3-1 pitch, and this one is going to be line drive base hit in the gap in left. Cutting it off there is Joe Rudy. So Mookie Wilson aboard with speed. Let's look at the Mook here. Let's look at Mookie's card. So this is what cards look like in strategy baseball, including what out of the park baseball does, and I wish more games did. There you go. There's his whole career. Pretty damn cool. And then for career stats, these start to populate as you're playing. But I love seeing, like, all this, just seeing their career here. Really, really nice. Something I wish Action PC Baseball would do. All right. Ray Knight in the box now. And Catfish Hunter with nobody out and Mookie Wilson on at first. 0-1 pitch to Ray Knight. And this one hit fly ball out into left center field. And Joe Rudy calling off Reggie Jackson. And he'll make the grab, one down. And Mookie Wilson gets back to first. Here's Hojo. And attempted steal. Mookie Wilson off to the races. Duncan comes up firing, but the call is safe at second. So Mookie picks up the theft. So one out, runner on second base. Catfish Hunter brings a 1-1 pitch. And this one lined into the alley. Gapper into right field. And Howard Johnson lines out to Reggie Jackson. All right, so 2 outs, runner in scoring position for the New York Mets. And here's Dwight Gooden. And 1-1 pitch. And Gooden dribbler up the first base line. And Mike Epstein will take it to the bag himself. Nothing across the New York Mets. We go to the bottom of the second. The Mets leading the A's 1-0. And we will have Duncan, Cullen, and Bando due up for the Oakland Athletics. 2-2 pitch, and Duncan swings nothing but air. All right. So 1 down here, bottom of the second inning. Tim Cullen in there, 1-1 pitch, and this one grounded up towards second, past a diving Wally Backman into right center field. So Cullen aboard, a little bit below average speed for Salvatore Bando. One of my favorite players from those early 70s A's squads. 0-2 pitch. Bando sends this one, sinking liner out to center field. Dykstra, Backman out. Dykstra in. Backman will take it for the out. Thought that one went a little further. All right, so 2 away. Cullen remains at first for Bert Campaneris, who should be in the leadoff spot. 2-1 pitch to Campaneris, little tapper. Little infield single. Great speed by Campaneris to beat that one out. So 2-1, 2 down here for Oakland at the bottom of the second inning. Brings up Catfish Hunter. And 3-2 pitch. And look out. Dwight Gooden walks Catfish Hunter. 2 down, back at the top of the order now. Joe Rudy, 0-for-1 in the game. Base is sold out. And the Doc deals 1-1 pitch. Rudy swings. And this one is going to be grounded to Wally Backman, 4-3. So Oakland gets out of it. Top of the third, 1-0 Mets. And it'll be the top of the order. Dykstra, Hernandez, and Backman. So lots of fun. Lots of fun. This game, I think, is $24.95. And so, again, Crash is working on something really cool for this game that I know I'm going to love, but he said it's not for public consumption yet. So I guess whether he's sure he can do it or not. If he can, it's going to be super cool. So you guys can't hear it, but there is a crowd loop in this game, but it's not reactive like Action PC or Out of the Park or Baseball for Windows. But I just didn't expect to be playing this, but now I'm in it. Might as well play it. Why not, right? All right. So here's Nails. He walked, stole a base, and Dykstra swings in the first pitch. Soft liner toward first. Mike Epstein has it for out number one. Keith Hernandez, nothing for one at the dish. Hunter checks the signs, winds, and fires. 1-1 pitch to Hernandez. Hernandez swings. And this one, soft little blooper right to Catfish Hunter off the bump to his left side and makes the grab. So 2 up, 2 down for the New York Mets here in the top of the third. And Wally Backman up there. Future Pirate. 0-2 pitch to Backman. Backman swings and drills this out towards second, but Cullen, ranging to his right, makes the grab for out number 3. And we'll have Jackson, Hagan, and Epstein due up in the bottom of the third. Pitchers duel brewing up here. New York Mets of 1986 won, and the 1972 Oakland Athletics nothing. Reggie Jackson leads things off here. Reggie 1 for 1 in the game. And the Doc deals here in the bottom of the third. 0-2 pitch on the way to Jackson. And Jackson, swing and a miss. Steal right 3. So Dwight Gooden picking up his third strikeout of the game. All right, strikeout victim up there last time, Mike Higgin. First pitch swinging this time. This one singled past short into left field. So Oakland, with its fourth base hit of the game, brings up Mike Epstein. Epstein is nothing for 1. Gooden comes to the set, and the count even 2-2. Epstein swings. This one grounded towards second, past Backman into right. So here comes Oakland now with their 5th hit, but still nothing to show for it crossing the plate. All right, Dave Duncan at the dish now. 2-0 pitch. Duncan on the hitter's count. Sinking liner out to center, and this gets down in front of Lenny Dykstra. And the bases are loaded, 1 out. And Gooden brought the gas that time on that last pitch. Nasty, nasty fastball. All right, Tim Cullen, nothing for 1. No place to put him. Gooden from the stretch in the 0-2 pitch. And this one, fly ball. This gets down. Strawberry gets to it, but it's an RBI. And Oakland ties it up. 1-1 in the bottom of the third. Bases still jammed. Epstein at third. Duncan at second. Cullen at first for Salvatore Bando. Bando 0 for 1. Gooden works out of the stretch. And the 1-2 pitch to Bando. Bando swings. And soft little liner out there. And Wally Backman goes out on the grass and picks it for 2 down. Base is still loading. And Dwight Gooden, loading for Gooden. And Gooden trying to get out of this one without any more damage. So Oakland tying it up here at the bottom of the third. Bert Campaneris, who was 1 for 1, had an infield single his last time up. Count full. And he gives up the walk, walking in a run. So Mike Epstein will literally walk home. And the 1972 Oakland A's now lead the New York Mets 2-1. Bases still sold out. Catfish Hunter walked his last time up. Gooden works out of the stretch again. 3-1 pitch. And Dwight Gooden having some control problems as Catfish Hunters walked for the second time today. And Dave Duncan will walk home and score. It's now Oakland 3, New York 1. Back at the top of the order here, Joe Rudy, who is nothing for 2. Bases still loaded. Gooden working out of a jam here. And Joe Rudy, first pitch swinging. This one out to center field. Gets down in front of Lenny Dykstra. And Tim Cullen will come in to score, as will Bert Campaneris. And, boy, this one's turned into a laugher now. As soon as I say it's a pitcher's duel, and don't you know it. Anytime you're playing these games, you think you got something going, the opposite happens. Seen it happen on Legends Channel all too many times, and it's happened to me all too many times. All right, so 2-1. Gooden in a bit of a pickle here as he faces Reggie Jackson. Jackson 1 for 2, including a strikeout. Gooden brings it home. 1-1 pitch to Reggie, swung on, and this one popped out toward left and coming in, and that's the third out. So it goes really fast there. All right, Darryl Strawberry, Gary Carter, and Mookie Wilson due up here in the top of the fourth inning for New York. First of a 7-game series. 100 deals to Darryl Strawberry, who's nothing for 1. The count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cut on by Strawberry. This one hit a ton out to left, and this one caroming off the wall. Joe Rudi plays it on the bounce off the wall, and Darryl Strawberry pulls into second with a leadoff stand-up double. Here's the kid, Gary Carter now. Gary nothing for 1. And count even at 2-2. Carter swings this one right back to Catfish Hunter, who will make the toss onto Mike Epstein at first on the play. Darryl Strawberry will move to third. So New York looking to get one back here. 1 away now for Mookie Wilson. And the Mookster is 1 for 1. Since we're in the 80s, might as well be the Mookster. 0-1 pitch. Wilson swings and grounder towards second. And this gets past Cullen. Darryl Strawberry will score. And the Mets get one back in the top of the fourth. It's now Oakland 5, New York 2. All right, 2 away, bases empty now. And here's Ray Knight, who is nothing for 1. 100 deals to Knight. Count even 2-2. Knight swings, grounder towards short, and actually it's going to be Sal Bando that's going to get to the ball. So that does it for the New York Mets, as they do pick up a run on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. Bottom of the fourth. 1972 A's 5 and the 1986 Mets 2. So 5-2 your score. 5-8-1 for Oakland. 2-3-0 for the Mets. All right. Hagen, Epstein, and Duncan for Oakland. So 2 world champions playing each other here. Pitching change. Dwight Gooden is out. Randy Myers is in. How about that? A hook on the dock. So we'll have to see what's going on after the game for that. So Randy Myers finishing his warm-up pitches and ready to rock and roll. He's behind in the count 3-1, and Hagen slaps this one up the middle past Backman into center field. Hit number 9 for Oakland brings up Mike Epstein. Epstein 1 for 2. So everybody except Sal Bando for Oakland has a hit in this game. All right, here we go. Myers deals 0-2 pitch, and Epstein, big swing and a miss. So Randy Myers picks up a strike ball or a strikeout on a little cut fastball action. Here's Dave Duncan. Dave Duncan is 1 for 2. He struck out in this game. Myers deals with 1 down and a runner on. Duncan, first pitch swinging. This one tapped back toward the mound. 1-6-3, inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. Top of the 5th. So could this be the turning of the tide for the New York Mets? 5-2. It'll be Hojo. We'll see whether Randy Myers bats for himself, and then back to the top of the order, Lenny Dykstra. All right, so Howard Johnson in this game is nothing for 1. Catfish Hunter into the wind, and the 1-1 pitch. Johnson swings, and this one, soft liner, Bert Campaneris has it for out number 1. All right, Randy Myers, is he going to bat for himself? Looks like he is. Going to let him go some long innings. 0-1 pitch, Hunter deals, and Randy Myers gets hold of this one, but not deep enough. Jackson, Rudi back, and it's going to be Joe Rudi making the play out there. So hard line drive by Randy Myers, but just a big old loud out. 2 outs, bases empty. Top of the order, Lenny Dykstra 0 for 1 and a walk. 100 deals. 100 deals. Count even at 2. Dykstra, high fly ball to right field, Open the window, Aunt Minnie. Lanny Dykstra goes yard. And the Mets get one back here in the top of the fifth. It is 5-3. And I do believe that was a 340-foot shot. Yes, it was. All right, 2 away now for Keith Hernandez. He's nothing for 2. Catfish Hunter studies a sign from Dave Duncan. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Hernandez swings, grounded up to Epstein at first, and score that one 3-1. All right. So we got Cullen, Bando, and Campaneris here in the bottom of the fifth inning. A's leading this one 5-3. New York looking to make it a ball game again. New York had a 1-0 lead until the 5-run bottom of the third by the Oakland A's of 1972. Tim Cullen, perfect day for today for him. He is 2 for 2 with a run batted in. Randy Myers into the wind, and here is the pitch. Cullen cuts in the first pitch, grounded to Ray Knight at third, and Ray Knight will fire a strike to Keith Hernandez for the 5-3 put out. Here's Sal Bando. Bando looking for his first hit of the day, fruitless in 2 attempts. And Myers brings it on home. And he loses Bando on the walk, so Bando at least on base for the first time today now. Bert Campaneris. Again, you want to see Campaneris in that leadoff spot, but I'm just letting this thing randomize the way it randomizes. Myers brings it home. 1-1 pitch to Bert Campaneris. Swung on, and this one a gapper into the alley, and Bando trying to tag up, and Dykstra relays it to short, safe on the tag up. All right, so 2 down, and here's Catfish Hunter. Will they let Catfish Hunter bat with a 2-run lead and 2 down? And will they? And here's the pitch. 0-2 pitch, and that is a strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. Catfish Hunter now slated for the win, or so it says. So if that is to believe. Another nice thing that I love about this game is up here you can just have a quick glance at your bench to see who you got left as far as pinch hitters, lefties, righties, switchies, and then what you have in relievers and their handedness as well. All right, 3, 4, 5 due up for the New York Mets. Backman, Strawberry, and Carter. Wally Backman in the game, 1 for 2. He has an RBI, 3-1 pitch on the way from Catfish Hunter. And this one, soft liner out to Mike Epstein at first. So 1 up, 1 down for the New York Mets. Darryl Strawberry in the box. Strawman has a double in this game. He's 1 for 2. And Catfish Hunter winds it up and lets it go. Strawberry swings in the first pitch. And fly ball out to deep right. And back on it is Mike Higgin, and he makes the catch at the track. 2 down. Nobody on for Gary Carter, who is nothing for 2. Everybody wanting Gary Carter to get a hit. Who doesn't like Gary Carter? Even if he was a Met. And Gary Carter swinging him at steal right 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. Bottom of the 6th. Oakland holding on to a 5-3 lead here in this best-of-7 exhibition game between the 1986 Mets and the 1972 Oakland A's on Strategy Baseball by Crash Davis. And you guys will remember, too, that the betas of this were very, very, very generous. Probably the most generous beta I've ever seen in a game. All right, Joe Rudy, Reggie Jackson, Mike Hagan due up. Joe Rudy, 1 for 3 and responsible for 2 of 5 Oakland runs. Myers asking for a new ball, and we are ready to rock and roll as he rubs it up with some Chesapeake Bay clay. Bottom 6. Here's the pitch. Joe Rudy cuts in the first pitch. This one hit high and deep to center field, and that's going to get over Dykstra's head and go all the way to the wall. So Joe Rudy picking up the double. Reggie Jackson batting with a runner in scoring position. Reggie Jackson 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Myers needs to be very, very careful here to try to keep New York in this ball game. Myers deals, and here's the pitch. Jackson cuts on the first pitch, And this one, little grounder to Keith Hernandez. He'll take it to the bag unassisted. Call that a sacrifice bunt. Joe Rudy moves to third on the play. One down. Randy Myers nowhere out of the woods yet. Mike Keegan 2 for 3 with a strikeout. Randy Myers working out of the stretch on a relief of Dwight Gooden. 1-1 pitch on the way. Hagen swings. Will it be deep enough? Nope. Pops out to Wally Backman. 2 out. Joe Rudy holds. It's going to be a big at bat for Mike Epstein and a big pitch here for Randy Myers. Trying to keep these Oakland bats quiet. Just down 2 are the New York Mets, 5-3. 2-0 pitch. Epstein swings, and this one, Mookie Wilson goes back and gets over his head. Joe Rudy will score on the Mike Epstein double, and it's now the A's 6 and the Mets 3. All right, Dave Duncan now. So everybody except Sal Bando still. Everybody, well, Catfish Hunter. But position players, only Sal Bando without a hit in this game. Myers brings it home, 2 outs, runner at second, 0-1 pitch. Duncan swings, fly ball, center field. Dykstra races back and makes the over-the-shoulder grab. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left for the Oakland A's. We head to the top of the 7th inning, and it's the 1972 A's 6 and the 1986 Mets 3 here in Strategy Baseball by Crash Davis. $24.95 this ball game. Every season from 1903 to 2025. You can play any 2 teams in Major League Baseball against each other. You can replay a season. You can do a draft league within a specific year, or you can play with entirely fictional players. All right, top 7 here, and it's going to be Mookie Wilson, Ray Knight, and Howard Johnson due up for the Mets. Should any of them get on, we'll see whether Randy Myers will be bringing a stick of hickory out of the old barn. All right, channeling my 1930s broadcaster here. 1-0 is the pitch to Mookie Wilson, and tapped up the first base slide. Hunter off the hill, and underhand toss to Mike Epstein in time to get Mookie Wilson. Here's Ray Knight. Ray Knight, 0-for-2. Howard Johnson waits on deck. Hunter kicks and deals. The 0-2 pitch. Ray Knight swings, fly ball out to left. And Joe Rudy taps the glove and brings it down. It's 2 out. Nobody on for Hojo, who's also 0-for-2. Catfish brings it home. Count 3-1 and gives up the walk to Howard Johnson. Randy Myers. So if I was managing the Mets, Randy Myers comes out of this game. Let's see what happens. Well, I'm not. Yep, here we go. Dave Magadan will come in to pinch hit. And the 2-2 pitch to Magadan. Magadan swings, fly ball deep to center, left field. I'm sorry, and this one is a double. Hojo will move to third. He wanted to round. The coach said, "You're not going anywhere." All right, 2 in scoring position for the Mets. Mounting a threat here and back at the top of the order. Lenny Dykstra. What a day he's had. 1-for-2, including a walk and a solo homer. All right, Hunter working in an unfamiliar out-of-the-stretch situation, although each team had bases-loaded situations. Here's the pitch. Dykstra swings in the first pitch. High fly ball, and this one up and gone. And just like that, the New York Mets tie it up. It is 6-6. It's not only Inside Pitch, RJO Network. You never know what to expect from baseball in general. All right. Big home run by Nails. It scores Howard Johnson and Dave Magadan. All right. Keith Hernandez would like to contribute to this now. 6th hit for the New York Mets. Hunter deals. Base is empty. Count full. Hernandez swings. High, deep fly ball to left field, over toward the line, and Joe Rudy makes the grab. So that does it for the New York Mets, but 3 big runs on 2 hits, thanks to Lenny Dykstra. No errors and nobody left on base. 7th inning stretch time here in Oakland. And we got us a tie game. So thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I actually hadn't planned on doing a game, but then again, why the hell not, right? Sorry for not including the crowd. You got to put up with my voice. All right, bottom 7, Cullen, Bando, and Campaneris do up. Cullen in the game has 2 for 3 and a run batted in. And who do we got here now? Bruce Barigny will be coming in to pitch against Cullen. And let us continue. Don't know a lot about this guy. We'll check him out here in a second. You Mets fans probably know him. And Cullen draws the walk. Let's check this guy out. So what do we know about him? So 1980, this is his final year in baseball. New York Mets, and he goes 2-2 that year with a 6.35 earned run average. Began his career in 1980 with Aaron Reed and Philip Reynolds, Cincinnati Reds. Played for them through 1984. Traded to the Mets in 1984, and then finished out again, as I said, with them in '86. All right, Cullen aboard. Saw Bando looking for his first hit. He did get on base last time with a walk. All right, Barigny comes to the belt, and the 1-1 pitch. Bando swings, rips this one up the middle, and no way. Dykstra says, nails running in hard, and makes the run and grab right off the old shoelace, the proverbial shoelace. Cullen holds first. Campaneris 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI. Barigny deals, 1-2 pitch. And Campaneris grounds this one towards short. And this is going to be an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. We head to the top of the 8th. 6-6 is your score. Wally Backman, Darryl Strawberry, and Gary Carter due up. And I'm going to go to game options here, because even though they look neat, I want to get rid of the transition thingy. Can I do that in this part of it? Yep, let's turn that off. There we go. All right. Top of the 8th, and Wally Backman in there, 1 for 3 with an RBI. And Catfish Hunter staying in there. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and this one hit out to center field. This gets down in front of Reggie Jackson for a base hit. So New York now with hit number 7 in the game. Brings up Darryl Strawberry. Darryl Strawberry with a double, 1 for 3. Lefty in the box. Hunter brings it home. 2-2 pitch. And Catfish Hunter dug deep, and 96-mile-an-hour fastball to take care of Strawberry. Just challenging him, saying, if you can hit it, go ahead. 108 pitches now for Catfish Hunter. You got to think he's starting to run out of gas a little bit, as he faces Gary Carter. Gary Carter 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Hunter brings it home. Backman on a first, decent speed. 3-1 pitch, and he loses Gary Carter. So 1 away. Backman at second. Carter on at first for Mookie Wilson. 1 for 3 with a run batted in. New York looking to jump out to a lead here, and great way to do it. Backman could score on a sort of deeper single. Gary Carter not too fast there at first. Hunter brings it home now. 1 away. Count 1-1 of Mookie Wilson. Wilson cuts on this one. Grounder to Campaneris. And this one gets by Campaneris. And the runners are going to move up, and the bases are loaded for Ray Knight. Ray Knight has yet to have any success at the plate today. He is nothing for 3. So big at bat for the New York third baseman. All right. Ray Knight shoulders. He's batting with Ash. He didn't bring out the hickory here. And here's the 0-1 to Ray Knight. And Ray Knight sends us out to center field. And Wally Backman trying to tag up. And Reggie Jackson, the throw to the bag, and out. He is out of there. Oh, my goodness. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is 6-all as Paul Fay joins us. Paul Fay has sent me something really cool to be testing out. I'll be looking at that this week, and I'll be giving Paul my feedback. Stay tuned. Exciting things happening coming from Mr. Paul Fay. Paul Fay says it's very nice. Do we get this from the same link? No, you don't. You get this one from the Strategy Baseball link. That's this one. Every season from 1903 to 2025, you can play any two teams against each other in baseball history, play season replay, do a draft league, or play with entirely fictional players. Pretty exciting. It's a good game. It's a good game. It's also by Crash Davis. It does have sound. I'm just not sharing system sound. It will auto-assign the ballparks for you and the logos, which is super, super, super cool. All right. Will Catfish Hunter bat for himself here? I don't know, man. I'd be going to the bench. So Bereni's staying on in relief. He's worked one. And let's see what happens here. Nope. Kurt Bleffery will come in and pinch hit. Bereni deals. And this one, liner out towards center. This gets down in front of Lenny Dykstra. And Dykstra plays it on the hot. And Bleffery with pinch hit single. All right, so potential go-ahead run aboard here in the bottom of the eighth for the Oakland Athletics of 1972. Here's Joe Rudy back at the top of the order. So Joe Rudy 2 for 4 with a double and 2 runs batted in. All right, Bereni sets and deals. 0-1 pitch, Joe Rudy. This one up the middle, and Bereni has it, and they're unable to turn the double play. All right, so Rudy on in the fielder's choice. Or you can say he failed. However you want to do it. 1 out, runner on first for Reggie Jackson. 1 for 3 with a strikeout. So this big bat been quiet so far, much to the delight of the New York Mets. 1-2 pitch, and Reggie strikes out. Bereni coming with something a little off speed there. 86 on the gun. All right, so 2 down now. For Mike Hagan, 2 for 4 with a strikeout. No relation to Tom Hagen of The Godfather, but just thought I would throw that out there anyhow. Bereni deals now to Mike Hagan. And the count 0-2. Hagan swings. And this one, grounder, Wally Backman up with it and over to first for the 4-3 putout. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We are in the top of the ninth. Game 1 of this best of 7. 86 Mets, 72 A's, and we are tied at 6. And it's going to be Johnson, and we'll see if Bruce Berenier will hit for himself, and then Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra having a hell of a day here. All right, Hojo, on the other hand, has managed to get on base via a walk. He's nothing for 2. And let me see. So Catfish Hunter is out. Daryl Knowles is in. What did Knowles do in 1972? Let's check him out. Let's look at this record in 1972. For Daryl Knowles, 5-1 with 11 saves. Began his career in 1965 with the Baltimore Orioles. Finished up with the St. Louis Cardinals in 1980. 66 and 74 wins and losses lifetime with 143 saves and an ERA of 3.12. Not too bad. Not too bad for Daryl Knowles there, sporting the old corn stash. Search Strategy, Baseball and Found Strategic Baseball Simulator. Never heard of that one. That's a freeware game, Paul, that's been around for, holy hell, like maybe 20-some years. It's really cool. It's actually really a lot of fun. Just be comfortable with a DOS-like place. But we'll give you the link for Strategy Baseball. But Strategic Baseball Simulator's got a huge library to it as well. Pretty decent ballpark picks. You are going to be feeling like you're playing baseball in like 1992 on a DOS computer. But it's nice. It's nice, and it's got a great Stone Soup community. In fact, somebody wrote a player sort of creator type thing in Python for that too. So the Strategic Baseball Simulator, there's a lot available. I would tell you guys, go ahead and get it. I should grab it, zip it, and put it on the McGreevy Discord because it is freeware. So, all right. But yeah, that's a venerable one. It's sort of like for any of you that play and most of us too, non-baseball games. If you want to pick yourself up another great free game, The Battle for Westnoth. You pick it up on Steam for exactly $0, and there's literally thousands of mods and total conversions and adventures and campaigns, and it's super super cool. It used to be like the poor man's Age of Wonders, but it's Battle of Westnoth is really a great game in its own right. Okay, link. Yeah, I have to give you the link after the game because it's on the title screen. But I will definitely give that to you, Paul. So just gotta hang in there. How much am I costing you today? This game is $24.95, and I do believe it has an export function to it as well. Why are these games of Crash hard to find? I searched Google's. I searched and Google said "See Beatles." Pretty much, right? We got to get Crash to start his own Discord. That would help, I think. And actually, it'd be nice if Crash would like start a channel. That he's really super knowledgeable about baseball, and can share with us a lot about what it's like to develop a baseball game, as especially as an indie developer. I mean, when you think about that the largest baseball sim company digitally, well, baseball sim, if we take out MLB the show, it's Out of the Park Developments, and they're not a big company. So, um, Paul, you know you're a developer, so you're basically it's kind of a one or two man show. Luckily, two. That's where I think Craig's very fortunate to have you and all the work you've done. All right, here we go. Top of the ninth, Johnson. Daryl Knowles to deal now to Hojo. 3-1 pitch, and he loses Howard Johnson. Go ahead run. Here's Bruce Baraney. I doubt he's going to bat for himself, but let's see. Nope, Kevin Elster. See, there we go. All right, here we go. And Kevin Elster draws the walk just that quickly. 2 on, nobody out for the New York Mets, back at the top of the order. And should the Mets win this one, player of the game, Lenny Dykstra up there. Yes, it did. It did get larger. Certainly bank account wise, Com2 US, a Korean company, very 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 deep pockets. So I think it was a smart move of Marcus, and actually, Ala Park 26 and 27, even without Marcus being head of the show, excellent. And I think Ala Park 27 is just superb. All right, can Dykstra do something crazy here? But in the bottom of the ninth for Oakland, it's going to be Epstein, Duncan, and Cullen. Yeah, this is a nice UI, isn't it, Paul? 0-1 pitch on the way to Dykstra. Dykstra swings, and this one roller, and Lenny Dykstra gets the bunt down, and it's a sacrifice. So now Darren Knowles needs to bear down against Keith Hernandez. Luckily for him, Hernandez is 0 for 4, but he could be due. Howard Johnson at third, trailing him Kevin Elster at second. 0-1 pitch on the way to Keith Hernandez. And this one up the middle. And this is going to be... He's going to ground out to Knowles, but that's going to be enough for Howard Johnson to come in to score. And that was a little squeeze play action here, according to the play-by-play. So, beautiful one there by Keith Hernandez. Sacrifice works, and the Mets now holding to a 7-6 lead. Wow. All right, 2 away. Here's Wally Backman, 2 for 4, and he has a run batted in. Kevin Elster inching down the line at third. Knowles works out of the stretch to Wally Backman in the 1-2 pitch. Cut on by Backman, and this one up in the air to left, and sinking liner to Joe Rudy to retire the side. But a big run on no hits, no errors, and a man left on. Bottom of the ninth inning, game 1 of this best of 7. The 1986 Mets 7, and the 1972 Oakland Athletics 6. Epstein, Duncan, Cullen due up. Mike Epstein 2 for 4, a strikeout, a double, and an RBI. And Jesse Orozco is going to come in and try to close it down for the Mets here in Game 1. Oh, Rabid Wolverine saying hi. Rabid Wolverine, who's been in here a while, and Paul's asking if Rabid Wolverine has this game. All right, here we go. Lefty in there against Jesse Orozco, 1-2 pitch. And this one is going to be a soft liner out there to Keith Hernandez. And Hernandez has it for out number 1. Here's Dave Duncan. He's 1 for 4 with a whiff. Orozco brings it home, working quickly. Count 3-1. And Duncan sends this one out to left field. And Mookie Wilson backs up and lets it come down on the hop. So Oakland with its 13th hit. Potential tying run on at first. Goodness gracious, and here is Tim Cullen. 2 for 3, a walk and an RBI. Orozco deals from the set position, 1-1 pitch. Cullen swings, and this one, liner to Wally Backman, 2 down. It's down to Sal Bando. We've been saying all day, Sal Bando, nothing for 3, dangerous bat. And Bando certainly with the ability to walk it off, but the win expectancy you'll see on each side. Win expectancy for Oakland is 9.3%. Let's see what happens, though. It is baseball, right? Orozco deals, 1-2 pitch. Salbando swings. This one, Gapper in the alley. No, line drive. Darryl Strawberry racing back, makes the grab, and Jesse Orozco gets the job done. All right, let's go back to April 3rd. And let's look at it. So the winning pitcher, Bruce Berenyi, and Darryl Knowles gets the loss. Jesse Orozco with the save. Lenny Dykstra with a home run in this game. And yes, Lenny Dykstra, player of the game. 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 homers, 4 runs batted in. Let's have a look at that box score. There it is. So New York Mets going with 4 pitchers. Let's look at the pitching. So Dwight Gooden, rough outing today for him. 3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Faced 20 batters. Randy Myers came in, worked 3 in relief. Gave up 3 hits, an earned run, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Faced 12 batters. Bruce Berenyi, who got the win. Berenyi. 2 innings pitched, gave up a hit. Walked 1, struck out 1, faced 7. Jesse Orozco with the save, worked an inning, and just gave up a hit. That was it. For the Oakland Athletics, Catfish goes 8, 6 earned runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, gave up 2 dingers, faced 34 batters. Darryl Knowles tagged with the loss. Worked an inning in relief, gave up that earned run, and walked 2. So Darryl Strawberry, Dave Magadan with doubles. Magadan came in as a pinch hitter. Nails with 2 home runs. 4 runs batted in. Keith Hernandez with 1, Backman with 1, Mookie with 1. Lenny Dykstra and Mookie Wilson each have pilfered a bag. Not much to talk about for Oakland. Joe Rudy with a double, as well as Mike Epstein. Rudy with 2 RBI in this game, Epstein with 1, Cullen with 1, Campaneris with 1, and Catfish with 1. 1 double play in this game, and just 1 error by Dave Duncan. I'm sorry, 2 double plays turned by the New York Mets. So lots of fun there. There's all the strikes and all that kind of stuff, but we're going to go ahead and close it out, and we're going to go the next day. And this is going to be Ron Darling and Ken Holtzman, Game 2 in Oakland, and then the series shifts to Shea Stadium. All right, let's show Paul how to get this damn game. So when you first download the game, you're going to have like there's going to be more than just the little baseball player guy. There'll be like, PayPal, whatever. Just click on the baseball player guy. And Bob's your uncle, mate. I'm even going to put this in the in here for you. It works the same way, Paul, as Stat Pro Baseball. Just buy it the same way, and you're good. This has a really nice manual to it, I should say. Really, really good manual. actually. Old school gamer manual. As you can see, I'm scrolling up and up and up and up and up and up and up. There we go. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. This is like 60 some pages. So, um, pretty damn cool, right? And if you've been a long time gamer, these are the kinds of things that you miss. So, boom and boom. And that's it. This game has gotten really a lot for among digital players. Um, so Paul's on it immediately. This has gotten really very favorable response in the community, and I'm very happy to see it. And it just happened by accident, man. This is one night I was showing strategy baseball, and the next, and I used to be very active on the strategy baseball forums back in the day. While we're talking, let me bring up Strategic Baseball Simulator since Paul talked about it. You guys might want to see it. I'm not going to play a game. I don't even have the baseball game anymore. I should probably download it, but holy hell. Holy hell. So this is what it looks like. Which it ain't bad. It's not bad. It's just you gotta just feel comfortable. It's very DOS. It's running in a Windows shell, so much like Full Count Baseball's doing now. But it's really nice. So it's got some forums on there. There's the main program. So they're up to 4.94 now. Okay, it's been 4.93 like forever. I wouldn't worry about the old DOS versions or anything. If there's another thing here, there's a crude utility to determine an observer's location for background images. Meh. The announcer thing, no. But there's all kinds of teams, and don't think that this is like all there is, because no, baby. This pretty much has every season in baseball history. So you can get Brian Bowman's compilation of teams. They call it one large download. It's really not. There's some other utilities here that you can do. If you with Run SBS, you can actually use a sort of Windows front end for this, if you will. It looks like the player creator that I was talking about is no more. But this is an old timer, but it's really, it's a good game. The thing is I found it like just to be fun for just one-offs. But for playing seasons, it's really weird. So pay close attention. There's a manual that is connected with it, but I'm going to make the screen just a little bit larger so you can see. So there's a nice view of Wrigley. And again, it's free, man. I mean, you can't go wrong. And it's a tiny footprint on your hard drive. There's really just really nothing to this game in terms of size. All right, so Paul says, thank you. Beach morning, then we'll give both Crash games a test this PM. And Paul, I think you might like just sort of putzing about with Strategic Baseball Simulator. So, really good stuff. So, it only goes up to 2014. I don't know if people are doing, if there's been, you can probably check on the forums in Delphi. To see if people have created other. Also, Paul, before you leave, there are Japanese teams in minor league here. So Misha Gelman has himself. Let's make sure it's still there. Yep, there we go. So again, really active community. We can go to Japanese leagues. Look at that, Paul. You like Japanese baseball? I know you do. So there's a passel of Japanese baseball there for you to download as well. So Strategic Baseball Simulator, it's free. I'm just checking because some of these links might be old. I don't know how much this is still. Yep, so there's the Sean Lahman database, which is already there. So yeah, retro sheet, Saber, and yeah. So that is it. I don't know what this is. Miscellaneous links to tabletop baseball games. Who knows? We'll find out. Yep. They they don't do a very good job. So you can see we're going to be playing Pasaran Togo Resmi, whatever that is. It's certainly not. It was just a so somewhere in Indonesia. So, but everything else is cool. Everything is legit, and there you go. So that is it for the pit. Yeah, wow, Japanese baseball, cool. Yeah. So Misha Gelman, and we'll bring up Stat Pro Baseball because this is supposed to be what it was about. So that way it's the last thing it shows on the broadcast. Oh, I picked up another box seat baseball. So I picked up, what's that? I got two. It's a tabletop game. Okay. If you guys want to see a weird one, before we go, don't run away yet. I got one more weird thing to show you, man. This is called Iconic Baseball. And it's kind of cool, although I shouldn't show it tonight because you really should have the sound on for this one. But I'm going to show it to you anyhow. This used to be a Facebook game, but now you can just kind of play it. So check this out, man. This is pretty cool. So um, it's sort of kind of Twitch game, but really not. So you can pick your home teams or away teams. That's all the teams it comes with. So what, 25 teams, but it's enough. All right. So I was messing about with New York Yankees, Brooklyn Dodgers, and I'm gonna play as away. I want to be the Dodgers. There we go. And you can play this as a one or two player game. Do your settings, but let's start the game. Now there is sound in this game. It's actually pretty good. And I wish this guy would make this into a baseball sim because this looks really, really cool. So just so you can see, there's what the ballpark looks like, and then what you do here is when you move this thing. There we go, fly ball, and oh, fly out. So there we go, and you'll hear the announcer say out, and it's got a little reactive crowd. And then reset. The other way to reset is just do this. Okay. So now we got Carl Ferrillo up to bat, and as soon as you click on this, you got to be ready. You got to time it. So that is the only thing. It's a little bit of a Twitch game, but not too bad. If we click expand here by Ferrillo, we see the whole lineup card. All these players are rated differently. He's putting in a DH again. You got to remember this was a Facebook game, but it is available for free, and he's trying to put this on like tablets as well. Okay. Ooh, swung right through that one. All right, count 1-1 on Carl Ferrillo. Oh, Jason, and it'll say strike, ball. Oh man, sucker for the outside pitch, man. Two down. So it's fun, man. It's just it's pretty cool. All right, two away. I forgot to reset. There we go. Oh, this gets down. Base hit, baby. Gapper all the way to the wall. Let's go. Let's go, Campanella. And this uses a kind of a physics-based sort of model. Oh, Campanella's going for three. No way. Stay right. Wouldn't this be a great like baseball sim without having the little twitchy thing? And I like how just the little fielders kind of moved around and stuff like that. All right. So here's Duke Snyder chasing on the outside, man. What am I doing? God. There we go. We're gonna make Don Larson work for it a little bit here. Oh, inside pitch. Nice one. Nice one. And then pitching is kind of the same. So pitching is directional, and if you double click, you actually throw a faster pitch. So Gil McDougall leading it off here for the 55 Yanks. Billy Lowe's on the mound for the 55 Dodgers. So you set your location, and when you let off of this, it's going to pitch. It'll be kind of slow, but if you double click, then you get a faster pitch. But let's just let it go. Fielding is automatic in this game. Oh, base hit. And the crowd's really nice. I really wish this guy would. I want to write to him and say, "Can you make this into a baseball, a real baseball sim? This is super. Yeah, it is fun." All right. Good night, Paul. Yeah, it's really fun, man. I love it. Okay, let's see if we can go just a little bit inside on Bill Scowron. See, that came in a little faster, and Scowron's going to send this one foul. Oh no! Oh my God! It stays fair. And you can even see their player numbers stuff. So there's Jackie over at third. All right. Oh man, we got to deal with Mantle. Boy, about right there. Let's see what we get. All right, called strike. It's nerve wracking, man. We got the Mick up there. Let's see if we can get one inside on him. Yep. Oh, grounded back to the pitcher. One, yeah, baby, 1-6-3 double play. I'll take it. Whew. All right. And here's Yogi. So there's no Z plane in this Z plane. It's just all this, but it's kind of cool. No down, just right off the corner for Yogi. Got the strike in there. Nice. All right. See if we can get a change up inside on him. Nice. Chase fouled it out of the Yankee Stadium. All right. Nice. Let's go away again. Let's waste one, baby. Berra, good eye up there. Count 1 and 2, 2 down. This should do it. Grounder. Pee-wee up with it. There you go. So that's it. I mean, it's called Iconic Baseball. The numbers even to follow the yes, even to follow the ball like the players would. You guys should download this thing. You can, if you search on Facebook, look for Iconic Baseball, and he has it there. And he said, "Yeah, this used to be a Facebook game. Just download it." Again, it's 25 teams, but he said that it'll play a little bit differently each time. There's like some physics involved in it, and I found it last night. I'm like, this is really damn cool. The only thing is, you gotta swipe your mouse though. So there's no ah right down the heart of the plate for Gil Hodges, huh? And you can't hear it, but it'll hit the fence like a chain link fence, which is kind of cool. Oh man, what is it with those outside pitches, man? Shit. All right. Here's Don Zimmer, Popeye. Everybody remembers Popeye, right? Ah. Oh, that would have been sweet. So this comes with Yankee Stadium. It doesn't name them, but Yankee Stadium, Brooklyn, or Dodger, or yeah, Ebbets Field. A little late on that one. Jeez. Like Jose Leaned, he used to be able to foul him off all day. All right, Don Larson's going to try to be tricky here. Getting a good solid at bat with Larson. Uh-oh. Fly ball, shallow left. Yep. Anyhow, holy hell. So Rabbit Wolverine's downloading it. Yeah, he says, I would love it if this is how games showed what happens in games for games like Digital Diamond and Action PC. Yeah, so Mark Cohen and Dave Cook. Have a look. So, yeah, pretty nice. And this is using the old Adobe Flash Player or whatever. Bang Bang play it first. That's it. That's iconic baseball. But you guys, I think you'll really enjoy it with the sound. And obviously, a lot of love went into this game. Up here's your setting. Game hints, basically. There's a camera pan, which I'm not going to turn on. I don't feel like getting seasick. And then there's your menu. We're just going to go ahead and exit the game. So but it's Adobe Flash Player 10 is what this has done. If we go to About, this is Jeffrey Ainsworth, is the gentleman who did it. And let's just go ahead and just exit this game. And we're back there again. Former Facebook thing. You can pick your ballpark and all this. But there's a video that he talks about what what the game's about and stuff. And I think it's super, super cool. So there, nice little surprise for you guys. All right, this is Beatles Eternally saying love to everybody. And hopefully everything about the two Status Pro games makes sense. And hopefully you enjoyed some strategy baseball and some iconic baseball, which I hope you're all downloading now, as well as Strategic Baseball Simulator. Until the next time, we'll see you around the batting cage. Good night, everybody.